Hello friends, welcome to Single Player. What are the best survival games on PS5? Survival games have become a cornerstone of immersive gaming on the PS5, offering players a chance to test their mettle against the elements, creatures, and sometimes other players. In the ever-evolving landscape of gaming, the PlayStation 5 has emerged as a beacon for immersive experiences, pushing the boundaries of realism and engagement. Among the myriad of genres that have found a home on this next-gen console, survival games stand tall, offering players a unique blend of adrenaline-pumping action and strategic gameplay. So, without further ado, let's begin our quest. In this video, you'll find a list of the top 10 best survival games on PS5. The Outlast Trials emerges as a thrilling addition to the survival horror genre, exclusively on PS5. Its release has been met with anticipation and excitement, offering players a unique and engaging multiplayer experience. The game's ability to sustain a horrifying atmosphere while incorporating cooperative gameplay mechanics is a testament to the developer's ingenuity. Players find themselves immersed in a world of terror, where teamwork is not just encouraged but essential for survival. The challenges presented within the game are both daunting and exhilarating, ensuring that each session is as memorable as it is spine-chilling. Critics have praised the Outlast Trials for its distinctive approach to horror, blending intense scares with a sense of camaraderie among players. The game's design cleverly utilizes the PS5's capabilities to deliver a visceral and immersive experience. With its gripping narrative and polished gameplay, the Outlast Trials sets a new standard for what multiplayer horror games can offer. It's a must-play for fans of the genre and a shining example of how fear can be a shared experience, bringing players together in the most unexpected ways. Pacific Drive emerges as a standout title in the PS5 survival game genre, offering players a unique blend of car maintenance and sci-fi adventure. Set in the enigmatic Olympic exclusion zone, players take on the role of the driver, navigating through a world filled with anomalies and remnants of a failed scientific experiment. The game's strength lies in its ability to intertwine the player's survival with the condition of their vehicle, creating a bond between player and car that is both tangible and affecting. With its atmospheric setting and the constant challenge of resource management, Pacific Drive delivers an experience that is as rewarding as it is demanding, ensuring that every victory feels earned and every setback a lesson. The game's procedural wasteland is a canvas for strategy and improvisation, where every decision can mean the difference between progress and peril. The garage serves as a sanctuary, a place to repair and upgrade your vehicle with resources scavenged from the world outside. The sense of progression is palpable, as each improvement to the car enhances the player's ability to delve deeper into the mysteries of the zone. Chernobylite for the PS5 is a survival game that takes players on a thrilling journey through the eerie and desolate landscapes of the Chernobyl exclusion zone. The game's stunning graphics and smooth performance immerse players in a post-apocalyptic world where every decision counts. With its innovative mechanics, such as the ability to open wormholes and travel through time, Chernobylite offers a unique twist on the survival genre. The base building and resource management aspects add depth to the gameplay, allowing players to recruit comrades and strategize their path to survival. Despite some criticisms regarding the combat system, the game's stealth elements and challenging enemy encounters provide a satisfying experience for those who master it. The narrative of Chernobylite is bolstered by excellent voice acting and compelling storytelling, drawing players deeper into its dark and oppressive atmosphere. The game's design shines with flexibility and functionality, making it stand out among its peers. While resource gathering can occasionally feel repetitive, the overall scavenging process is effortless and integrates well with the game's horror elements. Alan Wake Remastered for the PS5 is a masterful reimagining of the classic survival game that first captivated audiences over a decade ago. The remaster brings the eerie and suspenseful world of Bright Falls to life with stunning 4K visuals and a smooth 60 frames per second, ensuring that every heart-pounding moment is as immersive as it is beautiful. The game's narrative, a Stephen King-esque thriller, remains as gripping as ever, with the protagonist's journey through a descent into madness armed with nothing but a flashlight and a gun, providing a unique and thrilling experience. The updated graphics breathe new life into the moody environments, making the remaster not just a nostalgic trip, but a fresh and modern take on the survival horror genre. The gameplay of Alan Wake Remastered stays true to its roots, offering the same beloved mechanics that fans remember, while the visual overhaul elevates the experience to meet today's standards. Despite some gameplay elements feeling reminiscent of its time, the game's story is novel and enthralling, with manuscript pages leading the player on a surreal journey filled with psychological torture by torchlight. Elisa developers' cut for the PS5 is a remarkable tribute to the survival horror genre, brilliantly recapturing the essence of classic games like Resident Evil. This enhanced edition not only pays homage to the 90s classics but also introduces fresh content and features that enrich the gameplay experience. With its meticulously designed puzzles, chilling creature designs, and a gripping atmosphere, Elisa developers' cut offers a nostalgic yet refreshing journey for fans of the genre. The game's ability to evoke tension and provide a satisfying challenge makes it a must-play for enthusiasts seeking a blend of old-school mechanics with modern enhancements. The game's narrative, set in a mysterious Victorian mansion, unfolds with the player taking on the role of Elisa, a royal agent trapped in a nightmarish scenario. The story is cleverly conveyed through notes and lore, adding depth to the eerie setting. While the game stays true to its retro roots, it also benefits from quality-of-life improvements that make it accessible to new players. The multiple endings and the roughly 8 to 9 hour playtime offer a compelling reason to revisit the game. Resident Evil Village for the PS5 is a masterclass in survival horror, blending a rich narrative with heart-pounding gameplay. From the moment players set foot in the eerie European village, they're thrust into a world of relentless terror and suspense. The game's protagonist, Ethan Winters, faces a new nightmare as he searches for his kidnapped daughter, leading players through a series of harrowing encounters with twisted creatures and formidable adversaries. The stunning graphics and immersive audio design of the PS5 version elevate the experience, making every shadow and sound a source of dread. The game's first-person perspective heightens the tension, creating a deeply personal and visceral journey through a landscape of gothic horror. The brilliance of Resident Evil Village lies not only in its ability to scare but also in its gameplay mechanics. The combat is satisfyingly brutal, with a variety of weapons and strategies at the player's disposal to fend off the nightmarish denizens of the village. Puzzle solving and exploration are equally rewarding, offering a respite from the action and a chance to delve deeper into the game's lore. Alan Wake 2 for the PS5 is a masterclass in survival horror, pushing the boundaries of the genre with its gripping narrative and innovative gameplay. 13 years after the mysterious events of the original game, players are plunged back into the eerie town of Bright Falls, where FBI agent Saga Anderson unravels a chilling mystery. The game's dual reality system is a standout feature, seamlessly blending psychological terror with intense action sequences. The beautifully rendered game worlds and full-motion video sequences create an immersive experience that's both visually stunning and emotionally engaging. With a story that's more coherent yet complex than its predecessor, Alan Wake 2 captivates with its novelistic approach and keeps players on the edge of their seats from start to finish. The sequel not only honors the legacy of the original but elevates it to new heights. The introduction of Agent Saga Anderson adds a fresh perspective to the series, with her character's depth and relatability enhancing the investigative gameplay. The game's meta-narrative elements and caseboard feature allow for a unique and interactive storytelling experience, keeping players deeply invested in the unfolding mystery. Dead Space for PS5 is a triumphant revival of a beloved classic, masterfully reimagined for the next generation of gaming. The remake breathes new life into the harrowing corridors of the USG Ishimura, with stunningly detailed environments and a hauntingly atmospheric soundscape that immerses players in a relentless sense of dread. The game's innovative dismemberment mechanics, which require strategic precision to survive the relentless onslaught of necromorphs, have been refined to perfection, offering a combat experience that is both satisfying and terrifying. The developers at Motive Studio have not only preserved the essence of the original but have enhanced it with modernized gameplay, improved narrative elements, and graphical fidelity that pushes the PS5 to its limits. This is not just a nostalgic trip down memory lane, it's a redefinition of survival horror excellence. The enhancements extend beyond the visual, with new side quests and expanded lore that deepen the game's universe and provide a richer experience for both newcomers and returning fans. The addition of free movement in zero-G segments, borrowed from later entries in the series, adds a fresh dynamic to exploration and puzzle solving. The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered for PS5 is a breathtaking reimagining of an already phenomenal title. The remaster brings the harrowing journey of Ellie and Joel to life with stunning visual enhancements and performance upgrades that make the post-apocalyptic world more immersive than ever. The gripping narrative, praised for its emotional depth and complex characters, is complemented by dynamic combat and a lengthy campaign that keeps players on the edge of their seats. The addition of new content, including the challenging No Return mode, offers fresh experiences for both newcomers and returning fans. Critics agree that this definitive edition is an essential experience for PS5 owners. The minor pacing issues do little to detract from the overall excellence of the game. With its compelling story and enhanced gameplay, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered stands as a testament to Naughty Dog's mastery in crafting interactive storytelling. It's not just a game, it's a journey that pushes the boundaries of the medium, offering a deeply satisfying and thought-provoking adventure that resonates long after the credits roll. Resident Evil 4 for the PS5 is a masterclass in survival horror gaming. The remake breathes new life into the iconic series, enhancing the experience with modernized controls and a more sinister Spanish countryside setting that's sure to send shivers down your spine. The game's pacing is impeccable, ensuring that every minute is packed with tension and exhilaration. With its dynamic shooting mechanics now shining brighter than ever, this version of Resident Evil 4 is a testament to Capcom's ability to evolve and adapt its classics for the current generation of gaming. The PS5 edition of Resident Evil not only respects its roots but also expands upon them in every conceivable way. The combat system has been overhauled with a new parry mechanic, allowing for intense gunfights and stylish melee moves that make you feel like a true action hero. The game's world is now a vast, freely roamable area filled with secrets, optional quests, and an enriched storyline that gives more depth to its characters. It's a definitive version that renders the original obsolete, offering longtime fans and newcomers alike an essential unforgettable gaming journey. Okay friends, so that was our version of the top 10 best survival games on PS5. If you have any questions, suggestions, criticisms, or in your opinion there are other best PS5 survival games that should be on that list, don't hesitate to write them down in the comments below. Of course, we will provide more game information in the future, so subscribe and keep watching Single Player to get other interesting game information from us. Thanks for watching and see you next time.